Connecticut Morning News begins now.
Right now at 5 o'clock, more than 20,000 people are waking up without power after wind and strong rain toppled trees across the state.
And all that severe weather left damage in many towns across Connecticut. We're going to be live to show you some of the aftermath, including where a possible microburst is now being investigated.
Plus, another big story today. An East Haven mother is set to face a judge. She's charged with murdering her own children.
It is 5 o'clock now. Good Wednesday morning. Thanks so much for joining us here on Fox Connecticut, America Areas.
And I'm Maggie Sliz. We want to get to all of our severe weather coverage, so we're going to head straight over to Joe Fury, and we have full coverage in Durham, in North Haven. Joe in the Weather Watch, Dan and Moranti on traffic this morning. Angelica Spanos is going to be covering all the severe damage that happened in Durham with a possible microburst as well.
Yes. But first, we are getting straight over to Joe Fury. He is on Weather Watch for all of us this morning. Good morning, Joe. How's it going? Rough night.
Erica and Becky, yeah. We had yesterday afternoon the storm. The one that came across southern Connecticut is the one that caused damage. Lots of microbursts yesterday as that straight line wind was coming on down, and 50, 60, 70 mile per hour winds taking trees and power lines down. So, it was a well-advertised event. We knew the potential was there to end up with problems, and we're kind of lucky that we didn't have the entire state get nailed with these storms. It was just basically the southern four counties. We had some action in northern Connecticut, but you can see this is where the damage was from this cell that came out of eastern New York, Ridgefield, and right across two parts of the Naugatuck Valley, and then this whole area in here, Durham, Middletown, East Haddam, Portland, Wallingford. You guys got nailed here. The winds were really cranking, and then right out through New London County. So southern Connecticut, you guys sometimes get by without the severe weather. This time it was your turn. Northern Connecticut, you guys stayed out of it this time. A lot of it had to do with the fact that we had the front come by in the morning and settled to the south, and then the storms took a trip along there. And there was a couple of pretty potent storms last evening that went across the southeast beaches here. Guys there by Gong Point and Noank got hit hard during last evening. So cleanup today for the southern four counties. Northern areas, you guys are doing fine, and 50s and 60s out there for you this morning. Today's going to be a fantastic day. We're talking about abundant sunshine, blue sky, and of course, the dew point, 58 Hartford, 56 New Haven, 57 Groton, 54 at Waterbury. Yes, the feel to the air, very, very nice. Storrs Yukon campus, there we are this morning with the sun just coming up in a little while at least. And there's the action off to the south now. Today, just beautiful. Grab the sunglasses, sunscreen, and be mindful, of course. Dan will tell you a lot of road closures in parts of the southern four counties this morning. 80 to 85, sunny, low humidity, a light northwest breeze, and it's 80s at the beaches today too, thanks to that northwest flow. Great day out of the TPC River Highlands in Cromwell for the Celebrity Pro-Am and our mini golf tournament we'll be doing at 10:30 this morning. So hope to see you out there. All right. Going into the weekend here, we've got a couple of storms to deal with. I'll tell you about those and what impact they will have in the full long-range forecast coming up. All right, 5 o'clock, you can be significantly impacted on some of the roads around the state this morning. Dan Moranti with the details.
Yes, good morning, Joe. Morning, everyone. Of course, 14 hours of storm coverage yesterday took a toll on my voice, but we're going to get through it. So this morning, we do have a lot of side roads that are being affected by trees down, some wires down as well. So we'll get right to the maps, take a look at what I'm talking about. So Durham, this is the big issue. Basically, the entire town of Durham, you have a whole lot of road closures. So travel is just discouraged in that area. I know a lot of people do obviously have to get to work. Most of the main roads are doing okay, but as Angelica Spanos has been saying throughout the morning, a lot of issues out there with trees and wires down, very strong winds yesterday with all those storms. So really anywhere across southern Connecticut, you could be running into a few of those road closures, mainly on the side roads. Most main roads are doing okay at this point. There's some construction on 34. This would be right around the 91 area as well. That's ongoing construction. The exit ramp is closed at 91. That's kind of a usual thing, so keep that in mind. But other than that, New Haven's doing okay. Hartford looking fine at this point. No issues. And of course, keep in mind that around the Cromwell area, things will probably slow down for a period of time as the TPC is going on. They have that mini golf tournament today. So things are looking a little bit busy in that area later on. But other than that, it's mainly southern Connecticut. You're going to have to keep your eye on for some road closures across mainly those side roads. So other than that, most highways doing okay at this point. That's the Sleepy's, the only Mattress Professionals traffic report. Back to you.
Dan, thanks. Nearly 50,000 people had lost power at the height of this storm, and we're going to take a look right now at the outage map. And there's nearly 23,000 people out of power still this morning. We're, of course, going to keep you updated throughout the morning as crews continue to make their repairs.
Well, the cleanup effort will begin this morning after strong storms brought down trees and knocked out power to thousands.
In Fox Connecticut's Mike Magnoli begins our live team coverage now from North Haven, where a possible microburst hit there. Good morning, Mike.
Everyone, unbelievable storm damage that we're seeing here in North Haven. Want to step out of the way for you. Just have a look what the high winds did to a tree in this yard, and we are seeing this along Hartford Turnpike. House after house looks just like this. Really very fortunate that no one was injured out here, but a lot of trees coming down on cars, some trees coming down into houses. It is going to be a massive cleanup out here, and the National Weather Service going to be sending a team out here this morning to assess this and to figure out, was this microburst or was this something else? Because when you see a scene like this, just house after house, you gotta wonder if there was something else going on out here. Some officials comparing this to Superstorm Sandy. Now, at last check out here in North Haven, there's about 400 customers still without power this morning. But right after the storm made impact last night, there was more than 2,000 in North Haven who were in the dark. We did see some crews a little while ago as we were making our way towards this area. We know they're out there. They're trying to get everybody back online this morning. And folks going to be assessing the damage. We're going to have a lot more to show you coming up later on in the hour, too. Especially when it gets more light out here, guys. You are going to be able to see just how widespread this field of destruction is in the wake of this storm. We're coming to you live from North Haven. I'm Mike Magnoli, Fox Connecticut.
Mike, thank you very much. Meanwhile, over in Durham, crews worked through the night to get roads reopened.
Fox Connecticut's Angelica Spanos is live in Durham now with the latest there. Angelica?
Yeah, guys, good morning. We're at the intersection of Wallingford Road and Route 157, and this is just one of the many roads here in Durham that is closed this morning. You see they have the barricades up. There's a car that's on the road that's been stuck here all morning long and wasn't able to leave last night because it was involved in an accident. Now, on the left side, you can also see those low wires hanging from these poles. There was a power crew here earlier that was working on these for several hours. So this is, again, one of the areas. The town says that there's 60 locations that have unsafe tree and wire conditions, and there are 6 roadways at least that are still impassable. Now, looking at some video from last night during this storm, this was sent to us by a viewer, and you can tell that they are taking it out their back window in their backyard, and 2 trees crack and fall to the ground during that video. It was a very powerful storm with heavy rains and winds. Now, this was really the same scene through all of New Haven County. Wallingford getting hit very badly. Many roads are blocked through New Haven County. Now, this morning, the town of Durham is telling commuters to avoid coming through these areas, especially the ones that have this severe storm damage. Eversource, the town emergency management and public works, as well as police and fire crews, are out all throughout Durham trying to take care of these areas and make them safe again. We want to alert you that we're passing on the word that all wires that are down should be treated as live wires. That will just make sure that everyone stays safe as the cleanup job continues. Live in Durham, Angelica Spanos, Fox Connecticut.
Angelica, thanks. 5:06 now, and the water is still off in a section of North Stonington, and it is causing some major problems for families and businesses. 229 customers have been without power since 3 a.m. yesterday morning. Now, according to the Water Authority there, a high-pressure tank blew up, causing significant damage to a well that was deep in the woods, and now that entire pump has to be replaced.
This is very unusual that this happened. In fact, I've talked to DPH and other people who have been in the water system for a long time, and they've never heard of this happening.
The Water Authority says the system was last checked on Monday. State police are investigating. Water will hopefully be restored later today. Meantime, she's been charged with murdering her 2 children. An East Haven mother is due in court later today.
That's right. Fox Connecticut's Crystal Hall is joining us now with more on the court appearance of 36-year-old Loria Moore. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Maggie and Erica. Well, this is her second court appearance, and we are expecting to hear her plead either guilty or not guilty to the charges of murder and reckless endangerment she is facing after police say she killed her 2 children by poisoning them. On June 2nd, police were called to her East Haven home on Strong Street. There, police discovered the bodies of her 2 children, her 6-year-old daughter, Alicia, and 7-year-old son, Darren. Police say the home smelled of natural gas and that Moore admitted to opening the gas line. An arrest warrant affidavit provides some chilling details about her children's last moments. A letter found by their bodies with Loria Moore's signature said in part, quote, "I know this was meant to end the way it did. We were meant to die today." The letter seemed to indicate she planned to kill herself as well. Instead, police found her despondent with cuts on her wrists. Now, Moore is due in New Haven court later today and is being held on a $2 million bail. She has been placed on suicide watch. Crystal Hall, Fox, Connecticut.
Crystal, thanks.